Hello, my dear friend. It's time to settle in, get cozy under your blankets, and let the world outside just drift away. Tonight, let's journey together to a magical place. A place called the Whispering Valley, where the stars shine a little brighter and the moon hangs like a silver sliver of a smile. In the heart of the Whispering Valley, nestled between rolling hills that looked like sleeping green giants, was a tiny village named Lumina. The houses in Lumina weren't made of wood or stone, but of woven moonlight and solidified sunbeams. During the day, they shimmered with a golden glow, and at night, they radiated a soft, silvery light, making the whole village sparkle. Our story tonight is about a little creature named Pip. Pip was a Glow-Wisp, a tiny being no bigger than your thumb, with wings like spun sugar that fluttered almost silently. What made Glow-Wisps so special was the tiny lantern they each carried. This wasn't just any lantern. It held a spark of their own happiness, and its light would grow brighter or dimmer depending on how they felt. Pip was a cheerful little wisp, and his lantern usually shone with a bright, warm light that cast dancing shadows on the cloverleaf paths of Lumina. He loved to fly through the starlight orchards, where the fruit tasted like sweet dreams, and race dewdrops down the long blades of grass in the morning. But one evening, something was different. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of lavender and rose, Pip noticed his lantern was flickering. Its usual steady glow had become a weak, uncertain pulse of light. He tried thinking of his favorite things, the taste of honey nectar, the feeling of a gentle breeze under his wings, the sound of the laughing brook, but nothing worked. His light just grew dimmer and dimmer. Worried, Pip flew to find Elara, the oldest and wisest Glow-Wisp in the village. Elara's lantern shone with a deep, calming blue light, a light that held the wisdom of 1,000 starry nights. She lived in the tallest moonflower, its petals curled around her like a cozy armchair. "Elara," Pip whispered, his own voice barely making a sound. "My light, it's fading." "I don't know why." Elara looked at Pip with kind, knowing eyes. She didn't seem surprised or worried. "Ah, little one," she said, her voice as soft as moss. "Sometimes our lights need to be rekindled. It happens to all of us. Your happiness isn't gone, it's just quiet. You need to go on a small journey." "A journey? But where?" Pip asked, his wings drooping slightly. "You must find the 3 sounds of serenity," Elara explained. "First, the whisper of the Sleeping Willow. Second, the hum of the crystal caves. And third, the silence of the Moon-Petal Pond. Listen closely to each one, and your light will remember how to shine." Though he was a little scared to travel in the dim twilight, Pip trusted Elara. He thanked her, took a deep breath, and set off on his quest. His first stop was the Sleeping Willow. This ancient tree stood at the edge of the valley, its long silvery leaves brushing the ground. As Pip flew closer, he heard it. It wasn't a rustling sound like other trees. It was a soft, deep whisper, like the tree was breathing in its sleep. It was the sound of perfect peace. Pip closed his eyes and just floated on the air, letting the sound wash over him. He felt a tiny warmth spread through him, and when he opened his eyes, his lantern was glowing just a little bit brighter. Encouraged, he flew on towards the crystal caves. These caves were hidden behind a waterfall that cascaded down the hillside like a curtain of liquid stars. Pip zipped through the cool mist and found himself in a cavern filled with giant glowing crystals. They pulsed with a soft internal light, and together they created a gentle, harmonious hum. It was a sound that vibrated deep within Pip's chest, a sound of ancient energy and quiet strength. He hovered in the center of the cave, feeling the hum resonate with his own tiny heartbeat. He felt stronger, steadier. He looked at his lantern. The light was now a soft, steady glow, no longer flickering. 2 sounds down, 1 to go. Pip's final destination was the Moon-Petal Pond, high up on the quietest hill in the valley. The pond was small and perfectly still, It surfaced like a dark mirror, reflecting the entire night sky. The only things on the pond were large, white lily pads that looked like fallen moon petals. Pip landed gently on one of the lily pads, and he listened. At first, he thought he couldn't hear anything at all. There was no whisper, no hum. There was only silence. But as he listened more deeply, he realized it wasn't an empty silence. It was a rich, full silence. He could feel the quiet presence of the stars, the gentle pull of the moon, the patient stillness of the water. In that perfect silence, Pip could hear his own happy thoughts, which had been quiet for so long. He remembered the joy of chasing sunbeams and the sweetness of the starlight fruit. He didn't just remember it, he felt it. And as he sat there in the heart of the serene silence, a brilliant, warm light burst from his lantern. It was brighter and more beautiful than ever before. It wasn't just a light of happiness. It was a light of peace, strength, and self-understanding. Pip flew back to Lumina, his path brightly lit by his own radiant glow. He found Elara still awake in her moonflower home. She smiled as he approached. "You found them," she said, her blue light twinkling. "I did," Pip said, his voice full of renewed cheer. "But I learned something, Elara. The sounds didn't give me new light. They just helped me find the light that was already inside me." Elara nodded. "Exactly, little one. Your happiness is always there, even when it's quiet. Sometimes you just need to be still and listen for it." From that night on, whenever Pip felt his light begin to dim, he wouldn't worry. He would simply find a quiet spot, close his eyes, and remember the three sounds of serenity: the whisper of the willow, the hum of the crystals, and the deep, beautiful silence of the pond. He knew his light would always return. And now, my dear friend, it's time for you to find your own quiet place. Just like Pip, let the sounds of the world fade away. Listen to the gentle rhythm of your own breathing. Feel the stillness settle around you. Your own inner light, your own peace is always there, waiting for you in quiet. Let the gentle darkness be a soft, warm blanket. Let go of all your thoughts from the day and just float peacefully into a world of beautiful dreams. Sleep well. Good night.